How we doing? How we doing? You thought more people would be here? Hey, it's cool. It's more intimate this way. It's easier to answer questions this way. I think the reason more people aren't here also is because it is a school day and I'm doing this in the middle of the day. So, I didn't do this on the weekend like I usually do because I do not have time to do it tomorrow. So. Jeez Louise, myself. Do. All right, let's see. Are we live? Can I be heard? Am I hearable? Looks like I am. Yeah, it's because people are at school, people are at work, people are at college, yada yada yada. Sorry, I'm a little late, guys. I had to finish something real quick, but I am here. I've got my energy drink. Hello, everyone. Did you hear the Pokemon news? No. What's the new Pokemon news? Feel free to sum it up real quick. Hello, mortal. Ah, Lord Beerus is here. Hell yeah. Are you going to do a Sons of Sparta inaccuracy vid? Yeah, for sure. But I got to finish the Valhalla one first. But no way, Mythology Guy and Jorge at the same time. Oh, is Jorge live? You're talking about Jorge from Epic the Musical, right? That's pretty awesome, actually. Let me see if that's let me see real quick. Is he live? Is that what you're saying? Because if so, I'm gonna go comment on his stream. Shit, what's his name? Jorge Rivera Herons. Yeah, there we go. Oh shit, he is. Oh, he's doing a fundraiser stream. That's so cool. Hold on, I'm going on his stream. I'm gonna comment. Let's see. Let's do a super chat. How do I do this? I haven't done one of these in a while. Sorry, guys. Give me. Oh. Speaking of super chat, someone just gave me a super chat. I gotta read that. How do you feel about the god Morbius? Are you talking about Morbius from the Sony Spider-Man verse, or just Spider-Man? Is there? Wait, hold on. I know Morpheus. Is there a god named Morbius? Give me a second here. Am I forgetting something? No, the only result I get is Morpheus. Yeah, okay, so I think you're trolling with that one. I didn't read a lot of Morbius comics growing up. My introduction to Morbius was actually the Spider-Man 3 video game. I got one of my hairs in my mouth. And I thought he was cool there, but yeah, not a lot else to say there. By the way, thank you for the $5 donation. Really appreciate it. Alistor, the Radio Demon. Hey, Alistor is a boss in God of War: Sons of Sparta. By the way, for anyone who doesn't know, Alistor is like the Greek daemon of blood feuds. So it's kind of cool that they made him all bloody in that game. Can you do an epic inaccuracy vid? Yeah, I'm planning to really go all out with epic. I want to do a review of epic itself, and in that review briefly go over the inaccuracies. I kind of want to do a big combo video. I'm not going to be like Nostalgia Critic and do a whole musical myself, but I would really like to, because it's a special thing. It's really special. So I want to make it special. You see what I'm saying? How do I super chat on Jorge's thing? I have completely forgotten how to super chat. I have only done it a few times. Is it not an option? Hold on. Send emojis. Somebody help me out. How do you super chat? I don't remember how to super chat. I'm so stupid. How do you feel about Aphrodite's design in Record of Ragnarok? I think it's hilarious. I mean, you literally have stone statues holding her boobs up. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cough right now. Speaking of Record of Ragnarok, that's going to be the next video. I'll just let you guys know. It's fine. Which Record of Ragnarok backstory is the most accurate? Jack the Ripper, because we don't know his backstory, so it's all good. Okay, I don't think Jorge has super chats on. You super chat like this. Thank you for the $2. Alistair, I don't think he has them on. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think they're on. All right, I'll just okay, I'll get to him later. Right now, it seems like he's busy. But yeah, I have his stream open. Seems pretty cool. Actually, here, let me turn the sound on, see if I can hear what's going on over. So cool. Oh, is that the girl who voices Athena? That's awesome. All right. Most metal Aztec gods. Most metal would probably okay. It's hard to say who the most metal is, but I've definitely got some super metal ones for you. Of course, stereotypical answer is Huitzilopochtli, but he is insanely metal. Like he was born from his mother's corpse, and then he just came out like fully formed and immediately beat the shit out of his entire extended family, and he is the god of war, sacrifice, and the sun, and he like likes to rip hearts out of bodies. But there's also some other crazy ones like it's Papalotl is that the butterfly goddess? I think it is. Am I mixing this up? Hold on. Oh, wait, super chat. Everyone for everything, thank you for the donation. Two things. Opinions on Hades 2. I didn't like 90% of it. Oh, shit. And two, which sin would you argue is the least bad? Okay, sin, I would argue, is the least bad. Is, I think it's between either lust or pride. Because you literally have to lust to reproduce. You have to. Like, what are you supposed to do? Just not be attracted to your partner? But I know what it means. It means, like, don't let the lust get out of control. But, you know, when compared to the others, I think lust and pride, because you should be somewhat proud of yourself also. You shouldn't just be wallowing in self-pity. So, yeah, you know, it's, I think that makes sense. Can Talos fight Godzilla? I'm sure he can, but I think he'll fucking lose. He got beat by a regular-sized woman. Like, I don't think you can handle Godzilla if you can't beat Ariadne. She's a little girl. By the way, I'm not saying because she's a girl. It's just, like, I would say little boy, but if it was a boy, but you know what I mean, right? It's crazy. Does Anubis have any superpowers, or is he just weighing scales? I don't think Anubis, like, does any real fighting in Egyptian mythology. But what he can do is kind of all over the place. Like, apparently he was originally created as a way to stop the jackals from eating dead bodies. Some say he's one of the oldest gods, and some say he was the child of Set, and some say he was the result of Osiris sleeping with Set's wife. It's all over the damn place, but I don't know of him having any super special powers unless you count preparing people for death and then protecting their dead bodies as a power. Hello there to you too. What was I saying earlier? Shit, I was trying to answer a question. Now I can't remember what I was saying. Do y'all eat oranges with the flesh or without? I don't eat oranges, typically. I love orange soda, though. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not a huge fruits and vegetables guy. I love meats and savory stuff. That's my shit. It's your birthday today? Happy freaking birthday, Toji Fushiguro. That's amazing. What's up? I just joined. Welcome, stone person. Celtic gods when? I have some Celtic videos on the channel, just not that many. But I think we do have a playlist for them. I've been on tour of ancient Greek sites. It was great. Oh, awesome. Hell yeah. Have you seen the Monsuno series and the Ridakai series? I'm sorry I haven't. Do you plan on adding Mayan mythology to the card game? Yeah, eventually. Right now the Mesoamerican deck is very primarily Aztec, but it does have like Cadejos in there, which aren't specifically Aztec. But I do definitely want to add Mayan gods. I'd love to put in like Chalk, and most of all, I'd love to put Camazotz in, the Death Bat. I think that would be amazing. Give him some like Death Bat minions. I think I would have the god be called Camazotz, and then this lesser monster bat unit called Death Bat, and I think that would be really amazing. I would love to do that, and it's a great way to expand the Mesoamerican deck, because tribal mythologies unfortunately don't have nearly as much stuff as like kingdom or empire wide mythologies like Chinese and Greek. Like when you're a tribal mythology like Aztec or Mayan, it helps to put all the Mesoamerican tribes in one deck. Oh, hello, here came the super chats. But also, like, if I eventually add Native American in, which I do want to do, it's going to be a mix of tribes, like, you know, Cherokee, Mohawk, and not Inca, and Inuit, you know, all together, I think would be great. Shio Deva, thank you for the $5 donation. Deva, are you a Hindu god? Heyo. I beat Hades while bedridden with Panda's disease before New Year's. Big milestone for me. You beating it actually inspired me. Oh, that's amazing. Hell yeah. No, that's something I always do when sick, is just play a bunch of video games. Duh, duh, duh. Martha Bolter, thank you for the $5. Does Daedalus count as the Hephaestus kid because I'm Athena, or does he not count because of how it worked? What? Are you asking if Daedalus is a child of Hephaestus? Because I really don't think he is in any way, at least not to my recollection. I mean, he definitely has the skills of a Hephaestus kid, but I think that's just, wisdom and stuff. So I personally wouldn't call him a Hephaestus kid. Floating away today, thank you for the donation. Eve came from Adam's ribs. Does that mean she is a clone? Yes, it does. Christianity officially has cloning in it. Heyo. And some people might use that to say, well, then, conservatives should have no issue with scientific cloning. Here's the rebuttal to that, though. And by the way, I'm not on either side. I'm just saying I know what this would be the rebuttal. The rebuttal would be, how often do we say you don't have the right to play God? And in Christianity, if we call that cloning, that's something literally God did. So that's what they would say. They would say only God would be allowed to do that. And they would also get offended by you using the word cloning. Like, everyone gets offended by everything. Have you listened to Epic the Musical? Yes, I love it. I really do. Like, I know not everyone does, but most people do, and I'm very happy I don't have to go against the grain on this one. I don't like going against the grain, by the way. I do not like shitting all over the Percy Jackson show. I wanted it to be great. So many people think I'm just rage baiting in those videos. It's like, I don't want to be not liking it. I want to be loving it. But I'm not, and I have to be honest. Now I just remembered the question I wanted to answer. Oh yeah, what did I think of Hades 2? You didn't enjoy 90% of it. I'm really sorry you didn't enjoy 90% of it. I personally really liked it. I mean, we've got full Let's Plays of the entire game over on Zagred's channel, which is linked in my featured channels on my channel. Said the word channel a lot there. That show was ass. You see, like, some people say I'm the only one who doesn't like the Percy Jackson show. It's like, that's not true, guys. The show has lost, like, millions, if not... Didn't it lose like 10 million viewers or something? That's a lot of viewers, man. So clearly I'm not the only one who's not happy. Will Jade be a good source as a weapons blade? I don't think it would be, because there's no... If it was, I think it would have... There was a lot of jade in ancient China, and I think it was only... Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was only really used decoratively. They didn't, like, seriously use it as a weapon material. I didn't know you did streams. Well, now you do. I try to do them once a month. And plus, we do gaming streams over on Zagred's channel every week if we can. What are your opinions on Cersei and Calypso? They're a couple of assholes. That's what I mainly think about them. I know, like, people... I've joked about Odysseus sleeping with them, and then people get mad saying, Odysseus was the victim. It's like, well, it really depends on how you look at it. But also, it's... I'm sorry, I don't believe the Odyssey is a true story. Some people do, but for me, it's not a true story. It's, an epic story, but it's not true, so I never considered it to be mocking a real event. But yeah, Cersei's definitely an asshole. That's something people tend to forget. The whole reason she's on that island is because she wanted a guy who didn't want her back. He wanted someone else who did nothing to Cersei. And so Cersei went and cursed that woman and turned her into the monster Scylla. That's the reason she's on that damn island. And then anyone who goes to that island gets turned into pigs or other forms of animals, depending on the telling. And the only way to get her to stop was to give her a good fucking. If you think about it, Cersei's kind of an incel. And Calypso's a total fucking asshole. Like, forcing him to stay on the island. So, yeah. Have you played Asura's Wrath? No, but I really want to. Your hair looks like mine right now. Hey, Wild Hair Club. Fuck yeah. How can the Odyssey not be true? Please explain. The same way any story cannot be true. It's possible that someone made it up when they wrote it down. Yeah, I don't know what else you expect me to say with that. Have you seen the new God of War show images? No, I haven't, actually. Let's look those up right now, and you guys can see my raw reaction to them. God of War show images. Oh, what the heck? God damn it. Hold on. The typing got all weird. No, not God if War. Please don't autocorrect me. Okay. So is this legitimate? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this, I was like, well, that seems AI. Is this a real image? There's a Forbes article about it, so I guess it's real. Huh, that's an interesting look. Eh. I don't, yeah, like the thing about promo images is you can't really get a proper feel for how it's gonna be when you do it. Prime Video's God of War first look. Okay, yeah, I guess this is the real image. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm looking at a picture of Kratos next to Atreus where Kratos is bending forward. I mean, the makeup and the costumes look kind of perfect. You know, it looks like they're trying, so that's good. Coolio. Favorite Greek water deity? Ooh, good question. There's a lot to choose from. There's Oceanus, Pontus, Hydros, Thalassa, Phorcys, Poseidon, Triton. I'm just gonna say Poseidon. I always thought Poseidon was cool. Yes, I know he's a sexual deviant, but you know, he's still cool in a lot of ways. I love the Trident. Why is Kratos fat? Is Kratos fat in this? I don't think he looks fat. I just think it's an angle. Maybe he's a little fat. Okay, I don't know. Do you think Christianity has mythology as a Christian yourself? Well, I call every religion mythology mainly to be fair. You know, it's but I still believe in Christianity, like because you know, like some people, for me, mythology doesn't mean fake. For me, mythology means a collection of supernatural stories that have been widely believed and exist to explain certain phenomena. That's how I look at it. And I do, but I think I know what you're asking. You're asking me if there are like any fake stories in Christianity, in my opinion. I definitely think we don't have everything right because something you have to remember is the Bible is not written by God himself. It was still written by a guy. Like a bunch of books written by, you know, Job and other guys. They're not God, they're not omniscient, and yet a lot of these books say God did this because he wanted to this, and it's like how can you possibly know that? So who knows? Can you do a video on Islamic stories as a Ramadan special, please? You know, I actually did do a couple of Ramadan videos a while back, and I'm really proud of them. It took a lot of research to do, but the thing is, I don't know Islamic stories. I remember a friend of mine who, you know, does have some of those traditions. She told me that Ramadan was coming up, and I asked her what Ramadan was, and she gave me the full breakdown. I knew a little bit because they mentioned it in the Magnus Chase series, but she gave me the full breakdown, and I asked about like what it's like, and she told me, and then I converted that into a couple of sketches, and I'm really proud of those sketches because I got a lot of Islamic people commenting, going, "Who told him our secrets?" And I like those. I know you'll never read this, but can I have a shout out? Well, I don't know, because I'm afraid I'll never read that. Of course, you can have a shout out. Shout out! There you go. I shouted out. I shouted out loudly. Yellow. Blue. There we go. Fun fact, Jade Emperor once shook infinite Buddha realms with his light shining brightly. Yeah, that sounds like the Jade Emperor. Get any new books recently? Yeah, actually. Well, I didn't buy this recently, but I started reading it recently. This is not a myth book. I know you're going to be disappointed, but I started reading this. This is fucking fantastic. I love every page. I cannot believe how good this book is. Y'all got to read this. I'm not done with it yet. I'm about 2/3 through, but if this doesn't like have a huge fall off, it's going to be one of my favorite books of all time. Honestly, it is well on track for that. Greek or Norse mythology? Thank you. You're welcome. Greek or Norse mythology? Well, I'm biased. Like, I grew up mainly with Greek, and I know more Greek. So for me, I lean towards Greek. Floating away today. Thank you for the donation. Okay, let me drink some water. I'm gonna keep that a little closer. Okay, back to floating away today. Fun thing, I was looking up the heavenly virtues for world biting. I assume you meant world building ideas. And one of the things listed Keanu Reeves. That is hilarious. That is amazing. All right, let me see if. Oh shit! Ah, damn it! I went back to Jorge's stream and it's over. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm a stupid idiot. I should have commented earlier. Oh well, it is what it is. Damn it. Stupid. Any Epic the Musical updates? Epic the Musical I was working a lot on, and I've had to put it on hold because it was stressing me the fuck out. Like, and it was just I wasn't getting anything done. So I stopped working on it for a bit and went, I want to work on something else. So I started work. So instead, I've done Record of Ragnarok season 2. It's already recorded, filmed, and whatnot. I just need to Shane is currently editing it. Captain Boomerang, thanks for the $10. Hell yeah! Build an Avengers team of mythology monsters. Oh, you want me to build an Avengers team of the monsters? All right, I'll only do one from each mythology. Here's what we're doing. Greek. Okay, I'm gonna avoid world-ending monsters because that would be a little too easy. So I'm not gonna say Typhon or Apep or Tlaltekutli. So for Greek, we're gonna go Ladin, the 100-headed dragon, because yeah, he's gonna be the big DPS guy. For let's see. For Egyptian, we're gonna go with the classic Sphinx because you gotta have the classics. You gotta have the recognizability to sell this Avengers movie. And Sphinxes are guardians, so the Sphinx is gonna be the tank. Maybe we'll specifically go with the Great Sphinx of Giza. That'll make a very good tank. For Norse, what should we do with Norse? For Norse, let's go with Fenrir. He'll be like the the hunter of our group. Yeah, a giant wolf I think will make an excellent hunter. The hunter class, he'll find any hidden assassins going on. The Jorge stream is back up. Jesus Christ, I was just over there. Oh my god, okay, let me, hold on, let me reopen close tab. Oh, that's not an option anymore for some reason. Okay, that's annoying. Let me go back to the Jorge stream real quick. And for Aztec, we'll do the Awizot, because that'll terrify the fuck out of everybody. For Chinese, we will do the Nian. And the Neon, for anyone who doesn't know, is the creature that shows up every Chinese New Year and can only be stopped when the whole town, starts making a lot of noise and using the color red. So the Neon's gonna scramble our enemies and force them to have to, do some weird shit. And, Japanese. For Japanese, we'll do Otakemaru, the most powerful Oni. He's going to be our weapons master because he was a weapons master in mythology. So there's my Avengers team for now. Thanks for the donation, GHBI2Us. You like Percy Jackson movie 1 and 2 or show better? Oh God, what a question. I don't look as an adaptation. The show is definitely better, but as a functioning movie, the first Percy Jackson movie is better. The second isn't, though. That's just bad in every way. So there's that. If you told me I have to watch one, I would pick the movies, and here's why: they're shorter. It'll be over faster. That's why. Optic Vision, thanks for the $1. There's no message, but thanks for the $1. Hell yeah. All right, hey Rivera, hold on. Is the stream really back up? No, I think it's over, guys. I think it's just got 15 minutes left, or wait, no, yeah, no, this stream's over. I think. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm done with that. What's your favorite Greek monster? Chimera. I like hybrid creatures. I love that it's three completely different animals, and then they breathe fire for no damn reason. Jorge is the guy who made Epic the Musical. I thought the show was fine. Yeah, and that's fine to think. I do understand why people like it. Like, it's not like, how can anyone like this? What's wrong with everyone? No, I get it. I just don't like it. And I've listed out my reasons why I don't like it. Do you still plan to watch the Skit God assignments? It's on my list, yeah. Hey, Mythology Guy, are you interested in reviewing the Wonder Woman movies with an accuracy? Probably. It's very concentrated what I'd be able to talk about because the mythical stuff is pretty much just at the beginning. So, at least the heavy mythical stuff, you know? And then in like one other scene. Hold on. What does that say? Are you Republican or Democrat? What are we trying to do? Come on. Please stop spamming banana. I hate to sound impatient, but how's the card game coming along? That's a fine question to ask. You don't have to worry. Miles Smith, please stop spamming the chat. It makes it harder for me to answer people's questions. The card game is I'm trying to put some money aside in order to do the official launch. It's just I'm trying to figure some stuff out, and it's a little tricky. My girlfriend's birthday is coming up, and I do not hold back on my girlfriend's birthday. She deserves the best birthday. So that's a little tricky. It's kind of hard to make a card game and also live a life, especially when rent is as weird as it is. But yeah, it is what it is. Leonardo, thanks for the donation. Peace be with you, my brother in Christ. I hope you are well. Did you manage to read the Book of Enoch? Sorry if I am piling you more work. I have not fully read the Book of Enoch, but peace be with you as well. God bless you. Thank you for those well wishes. That's very nice. No, it's totally fine for people to recommend or suggest or ask for stuff. It just doesn't mean I'll do it right away. How about a chaos and accuracy video? It's on the list, but if you saw that picture I shared a little while ago, that stuff is more priority. Record of Ragnarok, Moana, Aladdin, Percy Jackson show. Really working on those. How much do you like the Gone series and the Anthology trilogy? I love, I assume you're asking that because you can see that I have both on the shelf. I love the Gone series. I couldn't stop reading it when I got it. I had to get like 3 different printings of the books. What I mean is my first book, the first book was one printing, the second was a different, the third and fourth were a different, and it was like that because I just wanted to finish them all so much. The Anthology series I was mostly enjoying, though I had problems with it and didn't like it nearly as much as Gone. And the ending to this trilogy is so unforgivably bad that I will be giving these books away first chance I get. I don't want to keep them. Michael Grant, I'm sorry, that was a terrible goddamn ending. I don't know why you thought that would be a good ending. That was so insultingly unsatisfying. Garrett, thank you for the donation. If you're covering Epic the Musical, there are some amazing animatics animation videos out there. Made me fall in love with the songs even more. I know, yeah. I plan to talk about those in my review video. I wanted to shout out like a lot of the channels and stuff like that. Though, hey, they probably don't need my shout out. Their videos have more views than most of mine do. So, yeah. Which Twilight is better? Are we talking about the book series or the movie series? They're both terrible. Yes, I saw the God of War show image. I looked at that earlier. Can you do a flip? Yeah, here, I can flip this book. There we go. There, I did a flip. You're welcome. What's your favorite Lego set? The Lego Monkey King Warrior Mech. It's been in the background of some of my videos. Right now, it's up over there. I am not going to get up and go get it because it's way up high. The ending of that trilogy invalidated all of the books. I hated it. I hated the ending of the Monster trilogy. What are your thoughts on Avatar live action? Go watch my video on it. Then you'll know. I enjoyed it more than I expected to. Let's put it that way. And I definitely enjoyed it more than the Percy Jackson show. Who's your favorite speedster god? Does Loki count? Because he has super fast wing shoes just like Hermes does. Or does Sun Wukong count? Because he can leap all the way to the end of the universe like in seconds. So I'm going to say Sun Wukong counts, and then it would be Sun Wukong. Second would probably be Loki. Thanks for the €2 donation. I think that's what that is. Which Greek myth do you hate the most? I don't really hate any of them. Even the ones where people are being really stupid, I think it's funny how stupid they're being. I'm trying to think of a Greek myth I hate. What's that one where the mother of those several daughters just for no good reason tells them all to murder their husbands on their wedding nights, and they just do it without a second thought? Like, I remember being pretty annoyed at that one. You have a cool Lego dragon. Thank you. That's the Year of the Dragon set. I really like it. Have you thought of reviewing Crapopolis? Yes, I watched the first 3 episodes and I couldn't take it anymore. That show is awful. I'm sorry. Rebel Commander, thanks for the $2. Thanks. Thoughts on the James Cameron Avatar movies? The first one I thought was a good visual spectacle, but, you know, it's a movie I stopped thinking about immediately, like a day after watching it. I'm just like, yeah, these are all plots I've seen before. I don't see what's so special about this. I guess just the spectacle is good. Then when they announced the sequels, I was like, it's been like 7 years. What are we doing? Like, it's been so long. It's been more than 7 years, Jesus. But I went and saw the second one just because I thought, well, let's see what he does with this one. He's got to do something different, right? And it was just kind of save the whales and also characters making some pretty dumb decisions. So honestly, I didn't really enjoy it that much. And then the third one came out and I didn't see it. Look, I know that the effects are incredible and I acknowledge that, but I just don't really care about that series. I'm sorry. Is Hestia still Bestia? Of course. What's changed? I hate Zeus. He's a complete jackass, and yet he's the king of the gods. Though that's pretty realistic. Yeah, it is if you think about it. Yeah, Zeus is a complete asshole, but gave us a lot of great stories. Yo, the book you wait, what did that say? I wanted to read that. Yo, the book you had as a kid has become a meme in my class. Are you talking about Dulairs? That's awesome. I started reading it one day and got to the Perseus myth, and the sea monster has been named Belinda by the class. Can you show it on stream? Let me see. Oh, you're talking about Cetus. Yeah, all right, hold on. Yeah, this is the book. I know what you're talking about. The Cetus in this book looks like a big, ugly worm. That's what you're talking about, right? Okay, where the hell is Perseus? Perseus. Seriously, where the fuck is the Perseus story? Jesus Christ. Where the hell is it? I know it's in here. Okay, there. Oh, because the chapter starts with Danae, and I was looking for a P. All right, 114. Yeah, here it is. This is the sea monster he's talking about. Look at that weirdo. Look at that fucking evil potato. That's Belinda. Hey. Martha Butler, thank you for the $5. Because of how Daedalus was born, Athena sweated when Hephaestus chased her. Was that how Daedalus was born? Or are we mixing Daedalus up with Erichthonius, where while, Hephaestus was going after Athena, he came on her, and then the cane fell on the ground and impregnated Gaia. I'm going to be completely honest, I feel like we're mixing up Daedalus with Erichthonius, but unless both were born during that, I don't remember the story exactly of Daedalus's birth. Not the angry potato monster, anything but that. What do you think of the idea of Ares joining the LAPD? What the fuck? I don't think he would settle for being, like, beneath someone on command. I think he would want to lead the LAPD. Why is Andromeda white in that book? To be fair, she's always been depicted as white in artwork, like especially Renaissance artwork. But I do agree. I think that, because she lives in Ethiopia, and I looked it up. Ethiopia has never been ruled by white people, and she's a princess. So I think originally she was intended to be black. So, but that's just, it's like there's a ton of Renaissance artwork that also depicts Perseus riding Pegasus, which has led to that misconception. Renaissance artists just, they didn't have all the info. Floating away today, thank you for another donation. Journey to the West, but replace Wukong with Odysseus. Probably knows more about travel safety. Well, Odysseus won't be able to beat any of the super uber powerful demons that they encounter. Those Yaoguai are gonna fucking destroy Odysseus. He can't sleep with all of them. I know Odysseus is very smart, but so is Wukong. He's extremely clever, and he has to shapeshift and use his incredible powers to defeat a lot of the demons. Optic Vision, thank for the $2. Who's a better God of War, Ares or Tyr? I believe Tyr. Tyr was said to be a very tempered god. He was also known as the lawgiver in a lot of circles. So he was very intent on honorable war. It's your first stream here? Welcome. Hell yeah. Thank you, 5Pana. What are your thoughts on people who believe in higher power or a god but are not followers of a god? So people who believe it's there but don't do anything about it. I mean, here's a hot take I have. I'm sure God appreciates when you dedicate your life to him, but I don't think he necessitates that. You got to remember, God gave us all life and gave us free will. I think I'm complete. Okay, not completely, but I suspect that God wants us to enjoy life without being a detriment to others. That's why we have the 10 Commandments, obviously. Don't, be an asshole. And I think the whole Sabbath thing is just, never forget where you come from. That's the main thing about that. But, yeah, I don't think, I don't fully think that God cares if you show up to church. I believe God is with you at all times if he wants to be. So, you don't have to, you can just talk to him wherever you want. What's one thing you want to see added to the God of War remakes? Fix the damn Pandora story. It is so incomplete in God of War 3. They do not connect at all before they meet in person. And then she hugs him like he's a beloved family member. It's you guys don't fucking know each other. And yes, I know the justification. Oh, Pandora reminds Kratos of his daughter. How? They've never interacted. Just seeing a teenage girl reminds you of your daughter. She looks 5 years older than your daughter. It would make sense if you had more scenes where they maybe talk over their, mythology Zoom call, and maybe he can get to know her a little better. I understand, Hephaestus is very well developed in that game, and I know he learns about Pandora through Hephaestus. But maybe if he was communicating with her a little more often throughout the game, it would make a lot of sense. Fix that in the remake, please, God. I also, just for the memes, I want them to keep the sections where you have to balance across a beam in the first and second game. I just think that would be hilarious. Even though that is my most hated part of those games, I'd be but it would be hilarious if they kept those. Rebel Commander, thank you for the $5. Third Avatar movie is better than the second. Maybe give it a try. Also, Mythology that doesn't have a movie or TV show that most should. Okay. I think every Mythology has some form or movie of TV show. But I think the coolest and most underutilized, the coolest one that is the most underutilized is Aztec. There is so much insane shit you can do with Aztec. It would be amazing, but nobody does anything with it. And what was the other question? Hold on. Oh yeah, the third Avatar movie is apparently better. Okay, I'll probably just watch it on Disney Plus. I'm currently back on Disney Plus because I'm watching King of the Hill. It's really funny, actually. I'm really enjoying that show. Belinda has returned from the dead. What have I missed? Who's your favorite mythical figure? My favorites are Hades, Heracles, and Sun Wukong. Those are my top ones. Favorite God of War game? Ragnarok. I love God of War 3, but, Ragnarok I just enjoy more and is longer and doesn't have that huge story problem with the Pandora thing. But again, you can fix that in the remake, so hopefully that'll be awesome. Smiling Friends got canceled? That fucking sucks. God damn, I still need to buy season 3. I just straight up bought the first 2 seasons on YouTube and I put them on at parties sometimes. I need to buy season 3. Why the fuck would they cancel that? It's fucking hilarious. Would you react to the Disney Hercules series? You mean the old Zero to Hero thing? Yeah, I'm planning on doing an inaccuracy vid for that. Will you do a Lore Olympus video for your 1 million subscriber special? I've actually done a couple videos reading Lore Olympus live on the channel if you want to take a look at that. But no, I already have my 1 million subscriber special planned. It just keeps getting delayed because of some bad shit happened behind the scenes. No, don't worry, I didn't have a falling out with anyone. It was somebody I already am on bet. It's my father. I don't give a shit. Who the fuck cares? My father stole money from me and then stole my identity and committed credit card fraud. He's a piece of shit. That's just my life. I saw somebody asked, how's your health? I feel okay for the most part. I'm just a little tired right now. I didn't get a lot of sleep. And now my throat's a little scratchy, I think, because of that. But, you know, it was worse earlier, but I drank some tea. No, Smiling Friends didn't get canceled. It's ending because the creators want to end on a high note. Oh, well, that's totally fine then, yeah. Favorite Greek god other than the Olympians? Okay, Heracles. He's not an Olympian. There you go. As someone whose dad also sucks, I feel you. Hey, team bad dad. Technically, how many gods of war has there been? There's been Ares, Kratos, Wonder Woman, who else? Is Wonder Woman a god of war in the comics? I don't remember. All right, sure. I assume you're talking particularly Greek gods of war. Well, there's a whole race of lesser gods of war called the Makai. There's also Pallas. He is the titan of battle itself. Persis is the titan of destruction. Not Perseus, Persis. So that's often involved in war. There's also Ares's companions, Deimos and Phobos. I know they're gods of terror and panic, but they're specifically like that, bring that to war. There's also Eris, who brings the chaos to war. There's also Kidimos, who... Okay, I'm going to be completely honest, I forgot what Kidimos does. And there's also Enyo, who is another goddess of war. Her Roman variant is Bellona. I'm sure you've heard of her. Yeah, and then there's Nike, who's goddess of victory and is very often involved in war. Bia is also goddess of force, very often involved in war. Zealous isn't really, he's just god of jealousy. Yeah. Rebel Commander, thank you for another $5. It's been forever and I'm still not over Chaos not getting a season 2. Also don't have to, but video comparing Na'vi mythology to real world mythology. So I really got to break down Avatar is what you're saying. Yeah, I'm really bummed Chaos got canceled because I was really enjoying it, honestly. Not trying to be disrespectful, that's fine, but I personally think God is by all means evil with everything said in the Bible, and I don't want to follow someone like that if you exist. I mean, again, free will. You can think whatever you want. I mean, some people will get very mad at you for saying that. I won't. I think, you know, it's just that's just how we're free thinking. We're allowed to be critical of things, even, you know. I think we should be allowed to be critical of God. Now, God may disagree with me. I may die and get immediately booted to hell just for saying that, but that's just the way I think. So we'll see what happens. Floating Away, thanks for another donation. What is some of the best original Roman myths? I actually really like the Lupus story. And you know, that's what's funny is that story would fit right in with Greek mythology. Also, I believe the Hestia getting saved by a donkey story from Priapus's giant penis is an original Roman story. So that's a cool one too. I actually really like that story personally. I think it's really funny. An ass saved her from a dick. Literally. Roha TV, thanks for the donation. Hey, Mythology Guy, it's maybe a stupid question, first time live, but are there updates about your card game? Greetings from Germany. Oh, hell yeah. Shit, how do you greet people in German? Dankeschön, thank you. That's what that means, right? But yeah, the card game, again, I'm just trying to put enough funds aside to get to the next step, honestly. Because yeah, like I said, my dad fucked everything up, and I had to spend like a year fixing my credit and like getting like everything cleared up. And because it's so annoying when you report like credit card theft, the bank wants to know where everywhere you've lived for the past fucking 10 years and have proof of address and everything. And it's annoying because after I moved, I had to move 3 times in the same year because I was just trying to get away from my dad. And I was hopping around before I found a place I could properly settle in, which I'm in right now. But it is a nightmare to talk to the bank and provide all the proof after that. Could you please post something about the Norse god Heimdall? I'm low-key fascinated by his birth. Oh, I've done that. I have done that. I've done a few Heimdall videos. They're in the Norse mythology plays. Just go on my channel, go to the channel search bar, type in Heimdall, and you'll see the results. There you go. Where did Chaos go? Well, in Greek mythology, I think he's still up there, just in the universe being all chaotic. What's your favorite god in Egyptian mythology? Anubis. I love dogs. And I just think Anubis is badass. Have you played the Mafia old country games? No, I played Mafia 2 and 3. Loved Mafia 2. Mafia 3 was really fucking disappointing, and I lost interest after that. Hard question. Which one do you like most? Black Myth Wukong or God of War? Ooh, you're right. That is a hard question. But again, it's the bias of Sun Wukong is one of my favorite gods, period. So it might be Black Myth Wukong. It's a little hard. But it's just for completely different reasons, you know? But Black Myth Wukong is the most accurate mythology game I've ever played in my life, and that's very commendable. Please don't spam emojis in your message. If you do, I will ignore it. What's your favorite mythology story? The 12 Labors of Heracles. I have loved that since I was a little kid. God of War, Sons of Sparta, Mythical Inaccuracy. Yes, that will happen. Just let me finish God of War Valhalla first. I just recently finished Record of Ragnarok Season 2. It's being edited. Now I'm scripting God of War Valhalla. And originally, right after that, I was going to go right into either Aladdin or Moana. But I don't know. Maybe I'll go right into Sons of Sparta. We'll see. Can you collaborate with me? I don't know. It depends on my schedule. Feel free to email me. But I'm not saying no. Did people ever worship the Titans? I don't think they did in real life, but the Greek myths say that, you know, the Golden Age did. So, do you hate that they're remaking Harry Potter? Yeah, it's stupid. Why are you doing that? And what I hate even more is I'm totally going to watch it out of curiosity and because of what my channel is. But I'm going to pirate it. I'm not supporting that stupidity. When will Epic the Musical come out? You mean my video? I don't know for sure. I really wanted to... Here's the thing. When I took a break from Epic the Musical, I was like, I really want to... The more time I spend on this, the more months I fall behind on everything else. So I want to get, like, maybe my 6 most requested videos other than Epic the Musical out. Just blast those out because they'll be easier. And then I'll just blast Epic out. And then I'll try to blast the 1 million subscriber special out. You're doing it for money? Sure. If you want to think that, go ahead. But here's the thing. I know all of you are going to ask me to talk about the Harry Potter show, right? When the new Percy Jackson episodes come out, everyone and their fucking grandma asks me to talk about it. And so I talk about it. And then people say, why are you talking about it? You're just doing it for money. It's a lose-lose situation. Like, you know, and I figure I might as well talk about it because I'm curious to watch it, even though I know it's not going to be great, but I love the book so much that I want to check it out, and then I check it out, and then I need an outlet for how annoyed I am. I'm in a toxic relationship with some TV shows, I really am. But, you know, it does help that, yes, I get paid for it, and there's worse things to get paid for. So, might as well do it. That's the way I am. Floating away today, thank you for the donation. What God of War, Egypt, or Aztec fights would you most want to see? All right, if we're doing God of War Egypt, I would be... Let's see here. What would I most want to see? God of War Egypt. First of all, if we're doing Aztec, I want to see Huitzilopochtli because he's a god of war. Can you imagine how epic that would be? Kratos versus Huitzilopochtli. if we're doing Egypt, I always thought it would be really cool, though I doubt this would happen, but I think it would be really cool if you have a double boss fight with Geb and Nut both attacking at once. Like Nut doing the aerial attacks from above and Geb doing like under you attacks or like AoE attacks and stuff like that. That would be absolutely amazing. I don't think it's going to happen, but you asked what I'd most want to see. Rebel Commander, thanks for another $5. You guys are being so nice today. I love you guys. Have you heard of SCP Foundation? Yes. Fandom contained many different mythological beings. Would love you to go over them if you could at some point. No pressure. Maybe for like a Halloween special, we'll do that at some point. I think that could be fun. There's so many SCPs, though. It's like I'm not entirely sure how I would do it. Do you just want like a raw reaction video, or do you want a researched breakdown video? Kenna Kamui, thank you for the $10. Really appreciate it. Have you ever played Smite? Yes. And know about the story? No. If so, how do you feel about the story and how the gods from different pantheons are portrayed? So, fun fact, I was one of the first people playing Smite. Once it was revealed, I was like, oh, I'm playing that shit, and that's going to be my new jam. And then when I turned it on, I was like, oh, so this is like a League of Legends, which I never got into. I was like, but I do like that it's more towards the character, and maybe they'll add more stuff in later. I really wanted my main to be Hades because I love Hades, but I just wasn't good with him. My main ended up being Apollo, actually. Enjoyed playing as him, but over time I realized I wasn't enjoying the game enough to continue it. I think I stopped right around when Achilles was added. I think it was Achilles, yeah. But I've heard they've added a shit ton more gods since then. And actually, something I appreciate about Smite is that they went back and like fixed some of the designs. Like, there wasn't really anything wrong with Sun Wukong's design at first, but then they realized they wanted to make him way more accurate. So what they did was they changed their Sun Wukong model to be a Hun Bat's model, which is a Mayan god, and then they just made a brand new Sun Wukong character. And they did the same thing with Ao Guang. Originally, they just had Ao Guang as like a Chinese dragon, but they realized they wanted to do the more popular humanoid version of him, so they changed Ao Guang into Kukulkan, which is another Mayan god. They keep turning guys into Mayan gods, and then they added a brand new Ao Guang character. I thought that was impressive. Rebel Commander, thanks for the $2. Don't support J.K. Rowling's bigotry. I'm not talking about J.K. Rowling at all. I'm just saying, like, I liked the books growing up. They're very good books. Yeah, I personally just try to avoid that argument. I just like, with the whole, for example, like when it comes to like playing the Hogwarts Legacy game, which she was not involved in at all, by the way. I saw a ton of people saying this game should not be judged on its own merits and you should go harass everyone who's streaming that game. And but I didn't even know this at first, by the way. I was just playing the game because I wanted to, and then I posted on YouTube in a community post. I just said, hey, this game's awesome, by the way, and the developers deserve love for how much effort they put into it. And you would have thought I just came out as a freaking, like, Epstein fan or something. Like, holy crap, the reaction I got for that. And I was just like people going, oh, so you're in love with J.K. Rowling and support everything she says. Like, I didn't say anything about J.K. Rowling. Jeez Louise, guys. Here's my thoughts on that boycott. I'll be completely honest. My thoughts on boycotting the Hogwarts Legacy game is, what's the point? What's the purpose? I'm not saying a boycott is a bad thing inherently, but the purpose of a boycott is to make a change, right? Well, Hogwarts Legacy is a very good game with no microtransactions or anti-consumer practices. So what's the goal? Is the goal no more of that game or just no more Harry Potter adaptations? I don't think that's fair. It's a world that millions and millions and millions of people grew up with and love. Like, is everyone who goes to Harry Potter Universal World just a terrible person now? Are all the kids who go there a terrible person now? Do you understand why I don't really think that's fair? And then here's an argument I understand a little. Then people are like, well, the goal is to not give J.K. Rowling any money. Fair. But she's already a billionaire. It's not going to change anything. That's just the fact of reality. That's just how it is. So, sometimes you just need to take the world as it is. Like Walt Disney was a known anti-Semite, but he did a lot of he gave us such a great like okay, I don't want to say a great company because they do a lot of shitty things now. But it's like, am I not allowed to enjoy Disney anymore because that guy had some shitty views? Like, I don't want to look at it that way. It's just the way it is. Okay, enough of that topic. Have you ever played Persona? Not personally, but it's on my list. Who would win, Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, or Apollo? Now, there are differing versions of how powerful Zeus is. Some stories say Zeus is more powerful than all the other gods put together. But in the tale of the coup against Zeus, I believe Hera said that Poseidon is one of the only gods who could realistically defeat Zeus. Maybe when she said one of the only, she was also including Hades, but never thought Hades would join the coup. So it's a little hard to say, but I lean towards Zeus being able to win. There's a reason he's in charge, guys. Are you a fan of Ben 10? If so, what's your favorite alien? And also, what was the also? Hold on. Also, what is your favorite Omnitrix? Okay, favorite Omnitrix is the original. That was the one that actually looked like a creative design that fuses with your DNA. Yes, I am a big fan of Ben 10, by the way. And then the other ones just look like watches, and I hated that. I know he calls it a watch since the beginning, but it still looked like an insanely unique piece of alien tech. Then later they just turned it into a watch, and I was like, well, that's boring as shit. Favorite alien is hard. I really liked the variety of aliens that he had. But I really loved Ghost Freak as a kid. And that's why I was bummed when like Ghost Freak went out of the Omnitrix and was no longer usable. I was like, ah, I wanted more Ghost Freak. Have you read anything by Brandon Sanderson? I don't think I have, sorry. I adore the Zubaji on yourself. Thank you. That was a gift from the Black Myth Wukong developers. They actually sent me that. And I really appreciate it. Okay, hold on. There's a question I keep seeing that I want to answer. Okay, name one interesting male and female figure from each of these. Oh God, we're gonna be here a while. One interesting male and female figure from Greek, Roman, Norse, Hindu, and biblical figure. All right, well, I find them all interesting, so this is not gonna be that hard. But if you want really legit interesting, you know who I always thought was a totally awesome female character, honestly, was Penelope. Like, the way she held off all of those freaks for fucking 20 years is to be commended. Holy shit, what she must have been going through during all of that time. And fascinating male character is Heracles. I'm totally biased. I love that guy. Like, it's interesting how he's not just a powerhouse. There are a lot of moments where he has to use his smarts to get something down. And he's also a master marksman, is something people keep forgetting. You have to be a master marksman to shoot a man through all three hearts in one go. That's amazing. My little nephew is learning about Hinduism in school. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that is pretty darn cool. As for Roman, I think Bellana is a lot more interesting in Roman mythology than when she's Enyo in Greek. And interesting male figure would be blah, 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 blah. Well, literally all of the emperors are pretty goddamn fascinating. I think Caligula is probably the craziest Roman emperor, and I love like reading about crazy people, so I probably say he is. Roman or Greek mythology, I lean towards Greek. If you were in Percy Jackson, who would your godly parent be? I actually took the quiz and it said Hades. Hell yeah. I have a video of it, so you know I'm not lying. Will you do an accuracy video for Has-Been Hotel or Hell of a Boss? I don't know if there are shows that would lend to that. I need to watch them first. Can you do a video on Shang Di, the pre-Taoist Supreme Being, later involved into the Jade Emperor? Shang Di is believed to be the eternal and unknowable god of Chinese mythology. Yeah, probably at some point we'll do that. Thoughts on H.P. Lovecraft? It's crazy. And like I just said, I love crazy stories. Rebel Commander, thank you for another $5. Don't hate developers or people who cover it. Just don't. But J.K. Rowling made money off it. I have mixed feelings about it because my best friend is trans. It's totally fair to have mixed feelings about it. I totally understand that. And yeah, and you just said you don't hate on the developers or people covering it. So I think that's an incredibly level-headed take. Nothing wrong with that. By the way, thank you for all the donations. Really appreciate it. Who would win, Asura or Wukong? I'm going to say Wukong. I assume you mean Asura from Asura's Wrath, but yeah, I only really know Asura's lore from the death battle, but I still think Wukong could beat him. I'm also apparently descended from Hades. Hey, good for you. Do you think Medusa's a victim or a villain? Go watch my video on that and you'll get the answer. What's your favorite Greek king story? Ooh, good question. Favorite Greek king story. There's so many fucking Greek king stories. The fucking Eurystheus and fucking Lycurgus and Tantalus and Lycaon. Fucking everybody's a king. Could you do a video on Marvel's Moon Knight? I did. Go watch it. What do you think about Hercules? I love Heracles, and so by extension, I love Hercules. Favorite angel and demon? Favorite angel is Azrael. I have a thing for death deities. I really like them. Favorite demon is... I think the Leviathan is freaking awesome, so probably that. Shit, what was I answering earlier? Ah, damn it. I can't remember what I was answering. My memory is just shit today. Do you like Yama? Love Yama. One of my 3 favorite Hindu deities is it's Kali, Hanuman, and Yama. Those are my 3 favorites. Can you help YouTube? I don't know how I would. Greetings from Poland. You have a great channel. Interesting fact, the 2nd season of Ragnarok, the Polish dub of anime, changed Hercules' name to the correct Heracles. Best regards. That is freaking awesome. Yay. What do you think about golems? I think golems are really cool. I always really loved automatons, and golems are like kind of that, but the clay version, which is also what Shabti kind of are. But golems are like protectors, which I always like protector creatures and stuff. Like I'm really into sphinxes and white cadejos and shit like that. Really cool. Carlo Nassar, there's a name I recognize. Thank you for the $10. Make me holla. A few questions. How often do you find the adaptation more messed up than the source material? Do you have plans for videos and inaccuracies? What mythology would you like to see adapted in the Mario games? Well, if we're doing the Mario games, Aztec Mario, hey. And they've already kind of done some Japanese stuff, so I won't say that. What's a mythology that lends well to, like, jumping? I'll just say Greek. It would be cool to see Mario have to get all the way to the top of Mount Olympus, you know, hopping his way up on different, like, Greek creatures. That would be really cool. Like Immortals, Phoenix Rising, but Mario. Just picturing that style would be funny. When is an adaptation more messed up than the source? It almost never is, honestly. My first thought was the Percy Jackson movies, just because they're bad. But the source is almost always more messed up. I can't think of a single adaptation that was darker than the source material. Do you have plans for videos about accuracies? Or, I assume you mean inaccuracies, but, or maybe you do mean accuracies, in which case I kind of wanted to do every mythical reference in the DMC games. That's one that I thought would be cool. I also was thinking of doing an every mythical reference in God of War Ragnarok, because there are a lot of little references in there, which is pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. And thank you for the donation. I'm sorry if my voice is getting more quiet. My throat's bothering me a little. Favorite Hindu creature? Ooh, what was the answer to this? I used to know. I really like the Yali. That's a cool one. That's a really chimera-ish creature, and it's a guardian. 2 things I love in mythical creatures. So there you go. Really like the Yali. Do you do Fortnite? Nope. Can you do a Fortnite video? I did. Go watch it. Favorite myth story of all time, 12 Labors of Heracles. What's one obscure mythology you love or would like to cover at one point? Well, the most obscure mythology that I love is probably Aztec. Like, like I say, like people keep not using Aztec because they're afraid of offending people, but Aztec is amazing, man. Also, Inuit is really fucking cool. Hey, do you know Sony canceled a movie that would have Thai culture? Yeah, that sounds like Sony. Are you a fan of Resident Evil? A little bit. I've honestly never played it. So can't really say. I missed a donation. Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta go back. Ah, there it is. Floating away. Thank you for another donation. Can you rank your top 5 Zeus depictions? Okay, it's gonna be hard to order these, but I'll just say these are in the top 5. Blood of Zeus. Zeus is one of the better Zeus adaptations I've seen. He's more like he acknowledges a lot of the past Greek myths and stuff. Jeff Goldblum in Chaos was fucking great. That was a hilarious Zeus, and again, a lot of in jokes from actual mythology. This is not a great movie, but Zeus from Thor: Love and Thunder, also hilarious and also very in character with Zeus. It's hard to think of 2 more, to be completely honest with you. Can I just say top 3 and leave it at that? Let's leave it at that. Oh, there's a new donation. Fandom Man, thank you for the $5. Have you done a Hades 1 and 2 accuracy or inaccuracy video yet? No, I haven't. And the reason I haven't is because those are going by the way, I'm going to, but they're going to take fucking forever. So let me finish some of the easier ones first. You ever read Chinese web novels? No, I don't think I have. Journey to the West was inspired by the story of how Tripitaka, the great Tang, persecutes the scriptures, 13th century folk tale. Yeah, that sounds about right. Which god was disappointing in Record of Ragnarok? Every goddamn single one of them. Like, which one wasn't? Especially the 7 lucky gods, because they didn't even use them. That was the absolute worst offense. Who would win between Cthulhu and Zeus? I think Cthulhu. Isn't Cthulhu like such an eldritch, powerful horror thing? Still waiting on that Goddess of Memory skin. Oh, yeah. Is Red Boy the Yaksha King? That's something Black Myth Wukong kind of added in. I don't think that was actually in the books. Like, I talked about it in my Black Myth Wukong video. What are your recommendations for a good Greek mythology book? Well, definitely this one. Love the shit out of it. Stephen Fry's book is good. Edith Hamilton's book is good. Jake Jackson's book is good. Matt Clayton's book is good. Bullfinch's mythology is good. Mainly this one. But if you want like an ancient source that tells the stories in still a fun, easy to digest way, The Library by Pseudo Apollodorus is one of the better ones. So there you go. Could Doomslayer kill the Olympian gods? I don't know. I can't really tell what Doomslayer's like power level is. It's hard to gauge. I'm gonna say no, off the top of my head. Love Stephen Fry's books. Well, there you go. Any plans in the future to do Hellboy movies video? Actually, yes. There's a lot of mythical stuff in those. Have you read the Percy Jackson graphic novels? Oh, I don't know if I have. I don't. Where the fuck are they? Oh, they're there. I really don't know if I've read them. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I'm not pulling the other ones down. You get the point. What's a good Celtic story you would recommend? Ooh, The Tale of the Brothers who caused the death of Lou the Longarm's father, and then the journey he sends them on. It's a great story, and the ending is very bittersweet. I like it a lot. Also, even like the tale of the princesses who get turned into swans is a good one as well. Like, so those are some good ones. Yeah, there you go. I read the Iliad in Greek, and apparently the word used to describe Zeus's reaction to Nyx isn't fear more. Okay, where'd it go? God damn it. Isn't fear more of a word of awe or respect for your elders? So Zeus doesn't fear her, he respects her. Well, cool. It's still fun to joke that he fears her, though. I mean, in the Doom games, he kills God and Satan. All right, then he can beat him. Sure. If he actually does that. Kratos from God of War versus Doomslayer. I think the BFG could kill Kratos, honestly. Carlo Nassar, thank you for another donation. Not sure if you saw my last message, but if you read my last super chat, right, nobody ever talked about what movies like 1997's Hercules get right on YouTube. Oh, you want me to do that? Well, I guess I could do that at some point. It would not be a long video for sure. But if people actually want me to do that, sure, that would be an easy video to make. I'm thinking about doing a Loki from Record of Ragnarok cosplay and put Odin's birds into a KFC bucket. What do you think? Well, I think my reaction shows what I think. I think that's hilarious. I might have to wrap this up soon. Okay. I got to answer the Patreon questions real quick. We'll be right back. All right, we got a pretty long one from Madison Safe Read, so I'm going to try to read this fast. If you have a moment, could you help me resolve something? I'm sure you know the brief feud between Zeus and Poseidon over who got to be with Thetis. Yeah, but that one ended with neither of them picking her because there was this prophecy that if they had a kid with her, it would overthrow them. It's actually similar to the Athena birth story. The narrated leader and now you're saying the same thing. The only reason they backed off her was over the prophecy that Thetis would give birth to a son who would be greater than his father, and because the gods feared potentially siring a son, they helped the demigod Peleus marry her instead, which sired Achilles. Yes, I did know that. In fact, they actually made that a major plot point in the Immortals Phoenix Rising game, so that was kind of cool. So in my story, I made my human Zeus. I call him Omphalos. Oh, you doing like the Omphalos stone that he was switched with? That's interesting. Obsessed with siring a worthy heir for the empire he built. That's why he has so many children, legitimate and illegitimate. Oh, that's a fun reason for why he has so many kids, because he's trying to have a worthy heir. I think someone just super chatted. Did I miss that? No. Okay. I was just looking at it wrong. Guys, don't super chat right now because I'm answering Patreon questions. I'll come back to you soon. By the way, the reason Hades isn't the ruler of Olympus is because Zeus led the war against the Titans. Like, Zeus is the one who saved them all, so he gets to be king. But if he learns of a mermaid, I call her Amuna, with that prophecy, he'd logically become obsessed with capturing her for himself and his neighbor. And rival Poseidon, I call him Baladon, wants Amura because Omphalos wants her, which would result in the same Zeus and Poseidon rivalry over Thetis. What I'm struggling with is coming up for a reason why they would want to back off the mermaid. Any ideas? You could just make this an in-lore thing in your book, but you could say that, like, yes, the child is prophesized to be greater than its father, but, like, children between men and mermaids tend to be extremely out of control. And you know what you could do that could be really fun? You could refer to some of the crazier ocean-based Greek monsters and say they were hybrid children of mermaids and it got completely out of control. And then once they find that out, like, that's why they back off, basically. I think that could work. Like, could be, I think that could be a cool explanation. All right. Next, we've got a chat from Percy Loves Heracles. My God, this is long. Hi, friend. Just want to say you're awesome and to thank you. Oh, thank you. What I'm about to say is a little intense and long, but I have to thank you. I was in a dark place. Oh, this feels a little private. I'm going to read this to myself. I was in a dark place in my life. I'm 30 and I don't even... I was the only one who can go to not safe place. Nothing can pull me out of it. That is until I do. Your Percy Jackson movie review. Oh, I was laughing for the first time, and and I binge watched all your videos, and it was so much fun. Your sense of humor. Oh, you're gonna make me cry, Percy. Your sense of humor and jokes are on point. Your content made me feel happiness I haven't felt in a long time. It really made an impact on my life and stopped me from continuing down something destructive. I know that was a lot, and I appreciate your time in reading this message. I won't ask for any special videos, anything like that. If I can ask for one thing, it's if you or Shane ever wonder if your content makes a difference, I ask that you think, oh, me. I made all the difference in my life. I hope this doesn't come across as odd, even though we've never spoken. You two have been like friends with me. I'm grateful to you both and you specifically. That one video changed a lot. I'm so happy to be a supporter. I look forward to the channel's future, and if there's anything I can do, be there. You're amazing. Okay, Percy Loves Heracles just wrote me the most heartwarming message I think I've ever received. Holy goddamn moly in a handbasket hell. I feel bad now because he sent this a month ago and I'm just now responding to it. Oh my god, I just realized he's a $100 support. Jesus Christ, Percy Loves Heracles. I gotta message this guy back. Holy God in heaven. But I'm incredibly honored when people tell me that my content did something positive for them. Now, I don't think that should be your only source of happiness, but I'm honored, basically. I don't know the word for it. It's incredible. That's really something. Anyway, let's move on to the next chatter before I start crying. Optimus Philip, Q&A question, how's the Percy Jackson show review coming along? Oh, yeah, it's something I'm working on in the background. Well, here's what I do. Like, I try to get an inaccuracy vid done, and then while Shane's editing it, I do some more work on the Percy Jackson show video, because that one takes a lot more work, and fuck, Percy Loves Heracles. But it's coming along, Optimus. By the way, Optimus Philip is a YouTuber who's done a lot of videos on the Percy Jackson show, and I agree with almost all of his takes, so good content over there. Hi, you're cool. Thank you. And I'm actually kind of warm right now. Who would win, Jesus or Shiva, in a basketball contest? No powers allowed. Well, even without his powers, Shiva has 4 arms, so I'm going to give that to him. Next up, we got Soaring Rock. We got some Q&A questions. What is the Old Norse term for warriors who wear wolf skins and take on wolf-like shape-shifting qualities? Are the Elfednar meant to be literal shapeshifters or transformers? I don't think they're supposed to be literal shapeshifters, but what's funny is in the Marauder series by David Roach, he did make them werewolves. I think it's supposed to be invoking the idea that these men are turning into wolves, but not literally, is the thing. I would say the closest thing would be Elfednar, because they do take on wolf skins and wolf qualities. I'm I'm surprised you asked that when it seems you already know the answer, but I guess you're mainly asking if they literally shapeshifted. For me, the answer is literally no, but symbolically yes. Tyr is called Hymir's son in the Poetic Edda, but Odin's son in Snorri. Which tradition is likely older, and do we know anything about Tyr's mother? I personally, I tried to find info on Tyr's mother. I couldn't find anything. All I could find was that he has a 900-headed grandmother who hates him. That was a weird fucking thing to find out. But I typically just go with him being Odin's son, because that's pretty par for the course, all father and everything. I think... Would Snorri be older? But I don't know off the top of my head which one would be older. I think you would have to just look that up, because that's what I would do. I would just look it up. In the Utgard Loki story, I love that story. Thor drinks from a horn later revealed to connect to the sea. Is this meant to explain the ebb tides, or is it primarily a demonstration of illusion? I think it is meant to explain the tides, like why the water moves. It's because Thor reduced it and now it's all moving around. Like, I do, if I recall correctly, I think it was supposed to be like, oh, the water was still, and then Thor did this shit. So, yeah, that's how I do think of it. And that's all the Patreon messages. I'm back to you guys now. Thank you so much, Patreon supporters, for supporting. Always love that. What are your thoughts on Guillermo del Toro? And you're the best, man. Thank you very much. You stream? Yeah, we stream on Wednesdays typically, and I stream here once a month. Guillermo del Toro, I think, makes a lot of really awesome stuff. I enjoyed his Frankenstein movie. I enjoyed his Pinocchio movie. I enjoyed his Hellboy movies. I was really annoyed at him for what happened to The Hobbit, and he did that just to go make Shape of Water, which, I'm sorry, I don't like Shape of Water. I think it's a really stupid premise. But, you know, I like it when he makes movies in a genre I'm into, typically. Who's your favorite character in Norse mythology? Loki. I appreciate anyone who will tie his balls to a goat just to get a laugh. I respect that. Ghost Rider versus Hellboy. Who wins? Well, Hellboy's fireproof, so I don't think Ghost Rider could really hurt him all that much. And I don't think the penance stare would do much to Hellboy because he, typically does the right thing. So actually, I'm going to give that one to Hellboy. I need more Arthurian legends. Okay, fair enough. I love your video on... and there it went. Oh, wait, here it is again. I loved your video on Percy Jackson's Sea of Monsters movie. You are so funny. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear that. Dude, part of the reason I don't know if it was obvious I was tired in that video. I was up all night recording the Sea of Monsters video the first time. It was... Oh boy, I was exhausted. The sun was coming up at the end. What do you think of the new God of War TV show? I think it's not out yet, and I don't really know what to think in that case. And I already know what people are going to say, but you're already judging the Harry Potter series before it's out. Well, that's because it's pointless. Why make it? The movies are perfectly good. People are happy with them. Why make a show? You just gonna tell the same story again? Have you done cosplay? Yeah, I've cosplayed Kratos, and I dress up every year for Halloween. Does that count? And sometimes I dress up for cons. Have you ever played the game Ultra Kill? I'm afraid not. I think you'd quite enjoy it, perhaps even an accuracy video on it. Oh, okay. Well, if you think I'd enjoy it, I guess I'll take a look. What do you think of Anubis? Well, he's my favorite Egyptian god, so I like him a lot. I love your content, bro. Thank you so much. What mythology is best for beginners to start reading? Greek. Greek or Norse. I think those are the most beginner friendly. Don't start with Aztec or Japanese. Definitely don't start with Hinduism. That is one of the hardest ones I've ever had to research. Dear Lord in heaven. I don't know how Indian people memorize all that shit. Like, I'm not calling it shit. I'm just saying it's a lot of stuff. Holy crap. How badly was Buddha represented in Record of Ragnarok? You're going to see when I release the inaccuracy video. I felt like his attitude was actually really good. Like, he was very, I'm not going to hurt the humans. I'm going to save them. That was very in character for him. But his backstory was like 80% changed. In fact, they gave some of his backstory to Zero Fuku. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Opinion on the Hindu god's design in Record of Ragnarok. Well, Vishnu was an abomination. I don't know why they didn't give Agni 2 faces. Would have been easy to do. Indra was funny, lighting a cigarette with a lightning bolt. Shiva was fine, but he's missing a lot of crucial mythical details, which, again, you'll see me talk about in the inaccuracy video. Have you read Lore Olympus? Yes, I've read it right here on this channel. Is the god of weakness actually weak in Greek mythology? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't remember who the god of weakness is. I want to get into Chinese mythology. Where should I start with Wukong? Okay. The Journey to the West story is like a 4-volume series, and it can be very intimidating for new people. I personally think it's a good read. But if you want to start with something simpler, do you like comic books? Because if you do, this book is really great. It's a very summarized version of the story, really easy to absorb, and pretty damn accurate. Now, obviously, it doesn't tell the entire 4-volume series. It only has this many pages. But I really like this book. I really enjoyed it. I'll put it back later. Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monster? Red Eye's Black Skull Dragon. That was my favorite as a kid, and I just love the hell of it. I also really loved Dragon Master Knight. I thought that was amazing. Do you know Welsh gods? Not really, sorry. I know Idrai Gok, but that's not a god. Favorite Greek god is either Heracles or Hades. My favorite Zeus myth is the one where wait. Hold on. My favorite Zeus myth is the one where Hera leaves him and he consults a mountain god on how to get her back and fakes a wedding with a wooden doll to draw her jealousy and makeup. It's cute. Fuck, where'd that come from? I've never heard that story. I need to look that up because that would make for a really fun video. Thank you, Triz, for pointing that out. It's amazing that after over 20, I'm 32 now. My mom started reading me Greek myths when I was 3 or 4. After over 28 years of loving and reading Greek mythology, I'm still finding new stuff. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Who's got the most accurate design in Record of Ragnarok? All right, here's a couple characters whose designs aren't really that bad. Shiva's missing things in his design, but he wasn't given anything in his design that was like super offensive. Same thing for Hercules. Like he's missing his Nemean lion pelt, but he wasn't like given something in his design that's like ridiculous. Like Buddha with the fangs and the sunglasses, or Thor with the fucking long femboy hair and the insanely large hammer, or Poseidon with the boy band look, or Zeus with the Master Roshi look. So I'm going to say either Shiva or Heracles would probably be the least offensive designs. Actually, no, Odin has the best design so far. Because there's really nothing wrong with his design, in my opinion. At least so far. I guess we'll see during his fight. Why does Thoth sound like thought? Well, he's literally the god of thought. It's actually kind of amazing how well that lined up because it's not English. I don't know if that's an incredible coincidence or if we actually derived the word thought from Thoth. I would have to look that up. Opinions on Fate? Heracles? I haven't seen him. Hey, Mythology Guy. I'm trying to read as many chat messages as I can. I'm doing my best here. Hey, Mythology Guy. I am writing Viking story. You got any advice for me to learn more about the Vikings? And what is your favorite Norse story or saga? My favorite Norse story is the Trials of Utgard Loki because I love the twists in that. Like, I didn't see the twists coming. I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's clever. I love when a fucking 2,000-year-old story has me going, oh, what a clever twist. Like, that's impressive. Come on. But if you want a really good story also, the Skofnung saga with King Hrolf and his berserkers is a really epic story too. Did you know one of the berserkers, I say this in my God of War Ragnarok video, but one of the berserkers could like summon a spirit bear into battle? That was fucking amazing. But yeah, the Skofnung saga is one that really focuses on like a group of Vikings and has some cool shit happen. So that's one that I think is really good. I'm guessing you want to learn about Vikings themselves and not just Viking mythology. That's hard for me to say because I don't really have a book that's specifically just that. If you want to learn Norse mythology, you can always go to the Eddas, but they're very poetically written. So if you want something that's a little easier to absorb and not written poetically, I've got, there it is. Here's 2 examples of really easy to absorb Norse mythology books. Yes, I know Neil Gaiman's controversial now, but this is still a good book. These are both great. Like H.A. Gruber and Neil Gaiman, excellent Norse mythology books. Very easy to absorb. I will put those back later. And if you like comic books, Neil Gaiman also did a comic version of his Norse mythology book. And look at it, it looks like Marvel Thor. Isn't that fun? Like, got a lot of like fun colors and everything. I really enjoy this. So there's some easy to absorb stuff. But again, if you want the authentic raw shit, you got to pick up the actual Eddas themselves. Oh my god, it's the guy. I guess I am the guy, yes. What are your thoughts on the Odyssey? I think it's one of the most influential and awesome and also painful stories out there with how much this guy has to go through, especially with the telegony. I love you and love your content. Thank you. I appreciate that to death. What do you think about Medjed? I think it's hilarious that a god that looks like a guy wearing a bed sheet exists. I love that so much, so I had to put that in my card game, and I've done an art lore video on it. You can see the art, or you can just look at it on Instagram if you want. Favorite arts in your card game? Ooh, fun question. Very hard to pick, but I know some of my favorites. I love our Yama art so much. I also really love our Agni art. I'm super happy with our Hades art. It came out almost exactly how I've pictured Hades since I was little, so I'm super proud of that. Underworld gods, in case you can't tell, I'm kind of into. I also really love our Khonshu art. I don't think I've revealed that, but I think the artist and me, like, coordinating together, we came up with a really good way to showcase green skin Khonshu and also bird head Khonshu and kind of merge them together. Really proud of how that came out. Our Typhon art is amazing, and our Hecatonchires art is also amazing, both by the same guy. He did such a good job handling the 100 arms and the 100 dragon heads, like, coming out of these characters. It's like, you realize how hard those characters are to draw. Like, there's not a lot of depictions of them that we've had, and our artist Ricardo Gualdi did such a fantastic, phenomenal job on that. So really proud of him. Will you do any Japanese mythology? Whole playlist. It's one of the biggest playlists on the channel. Go check it out. Favorite Greek myth object? Ooh, Horn of Plenty. I would want that infinite food. Just to have a pizza night and be like, I'm getting pizzas from all over the world, my guy. Hell yeah. Do you think Elysium is at the edge of the world or in the underworld? Well, the myths say it's in the underworld, I'm pretty sure, so I'm going to say underworld. Hello, Ireland #1. A large part of storytelling in Branson Sanders' books is how religion and mythology are used to drive the story. Great. Sounds like my kind of thing. When did you start making the cards? Well, I first started editing them together on my computer in December of 2014, I believe. So yeah, it's been a while. But I didn't start actually getting art for them until 2019, I believe, or 2020 maybe. No, 2019. Because Wilda, the love of my life, and who, like, helps me with this channel and everything, found all of the artists and negotiated with them and, maintained good communication with them. She's amazing. Thoughts on Slavic mythology? It's badass, and it needs more representation, actually. You would be an amazing, like, showdown, Perrin versus Thor. Let's make it happen. Hello to you, too. How did you picture Hades looking? Go look at him on our Instagram page, and you'll see what I mean. It's linked in this video, I believe. Soaring Rock! Hey, thanks for the $2. Thanks for being such an awesome fan, by the way. Thoughts on the Morrigan, and can you explain her? Well, the Morrigan is a really interesting character in a Celtic myth. The Morrigan is like the goddess of death and fate. And what's interesting about her is she seems like a total, like, badass, no nonsense goth queen and stuff, and yet she's married to, like, the Santa Claus of Celtic myth. It's kind of hilarious. The Dagda is this chubby, pleasant guy who is the god of life and death and walks around with a big old cauldron like, hey, what's up? Yeah, can I make you some food? Let's go. My staff brings life. You need a heal? I'll heal you. And meanwhile, his wife is like, darkness. I like to picture he's the only guy who can make her laugh. I think that's just hilarious. Also, Morrigan kind of reminds me of Marzana from Slavic myth. There was probably some influence there, to be completely honest with you. Is Sigmund Freud the reason why so many people know about Oedipus? Probably. He's the guy who coined Oedipus complex, right? What's funny is the Oedipus complex isn't even accurate to the myth, because Oedipus complex is you want to do it with your mom. Oedipus didn't know that was his mom. In fact, he specifically, like, moved away from his adoptive parents, who he thought were his real parents, because he heard the prophecy he was going to marry his mom. He's like, well, I'm not going to let that shit happen. I'm out of here. So the woman he believed to be his mom, he was like, I don't want to marry you. I want away. Like, I love you, but not in that way. I want out of here. And then he meets a woman that he doesn't know is his mom and has a pendant of like eternal staying in the prime of her life. So she looks the same age as him. And, he bangs her, like not knowing who she is. Should have had some really ugly kids. Antigone should have been hideous. Do you know about Yashaheim myth? No, I'm afraid I don't. I'm terribly sorry, but that sounds like a. Is that about a Japanese woman? Because Heim usually is. Is only me that sees the connections and similarities between Norse, Celtic, and Slavic. No, it's they've influenced each other a lot. Like just the Germanic region, like really. Favorite Greek hero, Heracles. Love his story. Love it to death. I keep getting asked this. Do you know about Yoruba mythology? I know about it, and I know very little of it. I'm not deep into it yet. Hello, Glebo. Sorry, I was gone for a few minutes to pick up my dog. You don't have to apologize, man. You don't owe me anything. Do you have any pets? No, not currently. My place doesn't allow pets. Wilda has a couple of snakes, though. And guess who cleans up their fucking cages? Me. Because I love my woman. But I also love the snakes. They're really cute. KJX! I know that name. Thank you for the $5. Did you see the new trailer for Black Myth Song Kui? Are you talking about the, food making one? Yeah, I was going to do a trailer reaction, but I didn't really have anything to say in that. Unless there's something else that they've released, then I need to get on that. How much do you know of Egyptian myths? I think I know a pretty good amount. Obviously, I don't know it all, and I don't know it as well as Greek or Norse, I would say. But I know a lot of Egyptian stories. What are snakes' names? Oh, Wilda's snakes. She has an orange one named Cheeto, and a, brown and gray one named Nutmeg. Snake names that make you hungry. Cheeto is so cute. He used to be so tiny. He used to be like a little rubber band. Sometimes Wilda, when she was cooking in the kitchen, Cheeto would be up in her hair, just looking around. It was so cute. Cheeto is such a well-behaved snake. But now he's enormous. He is so freaking big. You could never put him in your hair. They sound cute and delicious. Yeah. Books on Slavic myth and Celtic myth. For Celtic, I do have a couple. Where are they? Okay, I have my Leprechaun book. I have my Jake Jackson's Celtic myths, and I also have here. I'll just show this again. I have a Celtic mythology book by H.A. Gerber as well. So those are some good ones. Slavic myth I have yet to read a full book on, so I can't really make a good recommendation for that. Where's my Leprechauns book? Oh, shit. Where'd it go? I have so many books. I can't keep track of them all. Whatever. It's just called Leprechauns, and it's about, fairies and, fae of Irish myth. Favorite Chinese New Year animal? Dragons, but also dogs. I am a dog, by the way. 1994. But yeah, if you could have any power or weapon from any god in mythology, what would you have? I'd have omnipotence. Then I could do whatever the fuck I want. And there are gods in mythologies who have that, so that counts. Least favorite Egyptian god, Anput. You know why? It's just Anubis but a girl. It is the laziest fucking god ever. Why would you do that? What are the origins of leprechauns? Well, did you know leprechauns are a type of fae, by the way? Not a lot of people know that. But it's actually another thing. They didn't wear green in their original stories. They wore red. And yeah, that it's basically the if you catch him, you get gold thing. It's not that far off. Dude, I love your Everything Hercules Got Wrong video. Thank you, yeah. People love the shit out of that video, and it blew the channel up so much. And I'm so proud of that. I made that video as an experiment. I was just this will probably be fun. We'll see, if it gets 100,000 views, I'll be really happy. And then it shot up to 1 million, and now it's at 11 million. I can't fucking believe it. That's got more views than some of the big YouTubers have on any of their videos. I cannot believe that. So proud of that. Least favorite Greek god. I'm not gonna go the easy route and pick some obscure character you've never heard of. So I'll pick one of the Olympians. I gotta go with Hera. Unfortunately, Hera doesn't. She has like the least interesting stories, while at the same time being a total bitch. And yes, I get it. She's getting cheated on all the time, but that's not a justification for torturing the women and the children. That's not a justification. Can you talk about tigers in mythology? Well, Chinese mythology has the four sacred beasts, and one of them is the white tiger of the west. The others are the black turtle, the vermilion bird, and the azure dragon. That's a pretty cool tiger. Chinese mythology also has a creature called the Qiongqi, which is a tiger with a single horn on its head and a pair of wings. What the Qiongqi will do is it devours light, but it also goes to battles and always aids the side that's more in the wrong. That's how fucked up the Qiongqi is. Japanese mythology has the Nue, which is like the chimera of Japanese myth. It's part tiger, part monkey, part tapir, part snake and shit. And it also is like a thunder monster that creates storms over towns. Pretty cool. All right, there's a few tigers for you. Resmanetzel, thank you for the donation. Really appreciate it. Are you into the Kingdom Hearts series? Do you know all the lore? I love the Kingdom Hearts series. Kingdom Hearts 2 remains my favorite game, period. Kingdom Hearts 3 was fun, but it didn't live up to what I was hoping it would be. We've been streaming Kingdom Hearts over on Zagger's channel. We streamed the whole first game, and we were in the middle of streaming the second game when Sons of Sparta came out, so we're taking a break to play Sons of Sparta. We finished Sons of Sparta, we'll go right back to Kingdom Hearts 2, but love the shit out of those games. I'm not going to say I know all the lore, because even after all these years, some of it is confusing as shit. What's the next myth information topic going to be? It's going to be on the word history and where it actually comes from. I am so sick and tired of people thinking history means his story. It never meant that. I totally get why people think that, though. But what's really funny here, I'll just tell you guys right now what the video is going to mainly be about. People think history means his story. So some people, like, who lean the other way are like, we should replace it with her story, or we should regularly say her story when we're talking about a woman. Here's the funny thing. History does not mean his story. History is named after a Greek god, named Historia. That's where we get the word from. And that's a woman. A woman named Historia is what history is named after. It was always about a woman. It was never about men. Thank you, Master Messer. Yeah, this guy gets it. So, yeah, it's like, it was already female empowerment and female related. It's just, so that's the funny irony of it all. Soaring Rock, thanks for the $2. Tyr's grandmother is in my Norse novel? Hell yeah! You're gonna have the 900-headed grandma on there? That's amazing. People saying I blew their minds. That's amazing. KeyJX, thank you for another $5. Heracles, why don't you love me as a son, mother? Hera said, bitch, you bit me while breastfeeding, and now there's a Milky Way. That is part of the story. Though, to be fair, Hera's not his mother. His mother is, shit, what was her name? His adoptive father's Amphitryon. Was the mother Alcmene? I think it was Alcmene. So, yeah, Zeus fucked Amphitryon's wife, Alcmene, and that's where Heracles came from. The reason he was suckling from Hera's teat is because Athena put him there while she was sleeping. As a baby, she put Heracles on Hera's sleeping teat. Specifically, this teat was sleeping. Who is Arachne? Arachne was a arrogant weaver who challenged the gods to a contest and was an arrogant asshole about it, so Athena turned her into a spider. Or if we're talking the Ovid version, Athena lost the competition and got so pissed she started beating the shit out of Arachne until she hung herself, and then Athena turned her into a spider to save her at the last minute. Do you have a favorite Assassin's Creed game? Yeah, Black Flag. I love pirates, so that game I have played through a few times. I've also played Assassin's Creed 2 a few times. I actually liked Assassin's Creed 3. I'm one of the 20 people that likes that game. But after Black Flag, it just went off a cliff. Unity was a buggy nightmare. Rogue was fine, but it it didn't feel like a full game. Um, and Syndicate felt okay again. Like it's just the game stopped feeling like great. They just didn't feel great anymore. And now they're not even assassin games anymore. Like I did not enjoy playing Shadows. I was playing it because I was going to review it, but it took me so fucking long to finish it because of how fucking tedious it is. Pardon my language. And by the time I finished it, I just didn't want to think about it anymore. It was miserable. Can you do things Age of Mythology got wrong? There's something about that in the works, actually. Okay, forgot, Mr. If the card game succeeds, what mythology would you choose that's not Celtic or Abrahamic? Well, Celtic's already planned out, so that would be next. Abrahamic, I am kind of excited to do because I thought of a way to make it work, and I'm excited to try it out. But the mythologies I'm most excited to add other than those are Arabian Nights, because I really want to put genies in the game and I have a lot of ideas, and Filipino for how crazy it is. Like, I really want to have the Capra and the Manananggal and shit in the game. I think that would be so much fun. Rasmusa, thank you for the donation. Pick a god that needs to have a black myth game. Well, originally I was saying Zhong but now he's there. So, since it's a black myth game, I'll stick to Chinese deities. Nezha would be amazing. I think that would be perfect for a black myth game. Also, not necessarily a god, but like a multiplayer black myth, the Eight Immortals, I would love the shit out of. That would be really cool. I mean, you could do Mulan if you wanted to, like do her war against the Rorans. But that's not really myth. That's more like legendary warrior. Zhurong, I think, would be too similar to Zhong. So, well, yeah, I gave you a few answers. There you go. KeyJX with another $5. Thank you. Have you ever seen the AI generator videos? I think you should do it, seeing you have an argument with Mimir. Well, I don't want to put like AI generated videos on my channel. Like, it's people get mad about that, and I understand why. Like, it's and I don't really think it would look that good, honestly. If you want it to look really good, you have to pay like $80 a month, if I recall. So I just don't think that would work out. Yellow Emperor would be cool. Oh yeah, because he becomes a dragon in the mist. How cool would it be if your ultimate would be to turn into the yellow dragon? That would be amazing. Would Kratos be able to defeat Ra? If it was a mythically accurate Ra, no way in hell, unless he knew his true name. But I'm sure they would scale him down for God of War, so yeah. Most accurate game you've seen so far, Black Myth Wukong. It's funny, we were just talking about it. But that is, I said this in my video on it, the most mythically accurate game I've ever played. What mythology do you think would be a great video game adaptation? Like I said, I think the Eight Immortals would be really cool. I would love like a Japanese mythology game where maybe, let's say you play as Momotaro, because he's a big Japanese hero, and then you could have fighter companions with you. You could have the dog, the monkey, and the bird that fought alongside him in the myth. That would be fun, them fighting alongside you like Donald and Goofy in Kingdom Hearts. And you're just like exploring Japan, running into like Tsukumogami or the Kuchisake Onna on a bridge, or like Nur Onas and Ushi Onis by the water. A lot of you have no idea what I'm talking about, but I think that would be phenomenal. Also, I think a Krishna game would be amazing, where you fight like all of the monsters that came after him growing up as bosses. And also a Heracles game would be phenomenal as well. Rasmusnet, thank you for another donation. It doesn't have to be a Chinese god. You can just pick two gods from every mythology. All right, well, Black Myth Krishna would be amazing. Black Myth Rama would be amazing. Black Myth Heracles would be amazing. Black Myth Theseus, I'm going to say. The reason I said Theseus and not Perseus is because Theseus actually fought like several like monsters or monstrous men or women during his journey that a lot of people don't know about. So that would be really cool. You could have like levels where he encounters them as bosses. Like Theseus had 6 labors before the Minotaur, so you could do something with that. Have you played Silent Hill F? I have not. Sorry. Do you think Christianity should wait, what did that say? Do you think oh, here it is again. Do you think Christianity should accept that it is a pantheistic religion? I don't really know what that means. Sorry. Korean myths. I'm currently learning some Korean myths because I want to do a K-pop Demon Hunters video, but I'm not super far into it yet. Telemachus is one of my favorite main protagonists in my Greek mythology novel. Yeah, Telemachus is pretty cool. Have you played Dante's Inferno? Yes, and that is an awesome fucking game, and I will do a video on it at some point. Opinion on the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The first one is one of my favorite films ever. I just rewatched it recently. I was like, God, this movie is great. And then Shane told me recently, like, hey, I should rewatch that too. I was like, I'll watch it with you right now for like the 17th time I've ever seen it. I love that movie. The sequels, like Davy Jones was such an amazing idea, an amazing design. He looks so good. But what they did story-wise just ended up being kind of lame, and that's very disappointing, unfortunately. And then the other sequels are just kind of there. But I love the first movie so much. Do you think Kratos could defeat Nyx? No. How would you Mesopotamian Babylon mythology for the card game? Well, the kind of similar way to I do the other mythologies. I would have like at least 10 major gods, at least 10 minor gods, a good amount of warriors. You'd have to have Gilgamesh in there and Enkidu, of course. They would be some of the most powerful warriors in the deck. I would really, especially want to have Nurgle in the game. I love Nurgle. He's so unique. And, of course, like characters like Pazuzu and Ishtar, you gotta have stuff like that. I would want some sort of game mechanic that plays into how ancient Mesopotamian mythology is. I'm not entirely sure how I would do it, but I would try to figure it out. Rasmutin, thank you for another donation. Top 3 Ghibli movies and why? Okay, keep in mind, I have not seen Princess Mononoke. I keep trying to watch it with people, and they keep canceling on me. So I still haven't seen it to this day. So top 3 would be Spirited Away. Love that movie. We had the DVD growing up. It's amazing. Howl's Moving Castle, I also thought was a really cool movie. And what else have I said? I wouldn't put Ponyo in my top 3. That movie was just kind of fine. Castle in the Sky was fine. I actually, I'm not in love with Grave of the Fireflies or Totoro, so I guess The Cat Returns. I just really like that movie. I know that's not typically listed as one of the best, but I really like it. Pazuzu Labubu card when? Never. I don't want to get sued. What's the opinion of the Isle of Destiny? Are you talking about the Isles of the Blessed? I do think it's kind of funny how there's basically a heaven for heaven in Greek mythology. I would never choose that, though, because you have to be reborn 3 times and get into Elysium 3 times in a row. I ain't taking that risk. I'll get into Elysium once and I'll be content. I don't need to be in the Ultra VIP Platinum Lodge. I'm fine. What is the weirdest Egyptian mythology name? Nut. I mean, come on. That's a funny... It's just... Oh. What's her name? Nut. I mean, that... Like, you see how that's weird, right? KJX, thank you for yet another $5. Hell yeah. Played Neo 3. All the yokai look awesome, and the female yokai, though. Oh, shit. I have not played it yet. I actually still haven't even played Neo 2, which I really want to. I own it. I have Neo 2 and Neo 1 over there, but I haven't gotten around to Neo 2. There's too much going on in my life, man. All right, we already talked about Ultra Kill earlier, so I don't want to repeat myself too much. Pantheistic means you have more than one God. I don't think Christianity has more than one God unless you're counting like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit as separate entities. Where did history misconception originate? I think it's pretty obvious that it just came from people hearing history and thinking his story. Like, I can look up the exact origin of it, which I will do for the video, but it's one where you can easily tell how it happened, you know? You should watch the Iris Trilogy by Cartoon Saloon. It's amazing and underrated. Okay. I'll put that on the list. Weirdest Norse mythology names. Okay, Norse mythology names aren't that weird in my opinion. Nibelungelid, that's a weird one. Gylfaginning, that's also a weird one. Yeah. There's also like Hydrignismall or something. The names of their sagas are weird. That's where the weird names are. Would you add Beowulf to your card game? Already have. So, yeah, there you go. Beowulf, Grendel, Grendel's mother, and the dragon are all in the game. I'm guessing the Roman Empire is the reason why Heracles was replaced by Hercules. Yeah, the popularity of the Roman Empire popularized that telling of it. So, yeah. Who would win in a fight, Percy Jackson or Harry Potter? Well, Harry Potter would just use Expelliarmus, and I don't know if that works on a sword. So let's say Percy Jackson. But if Harry Potter actually goes all out, like, he would win. Like, you know, he's used Imperio before. He just use Imperio on Percy and you win. The end. How are you really doing? Are you happy? Love you. Thank you. Yeah, I am very happy. I'm just kind of tired and my throat's kind of out right now. But thank you for the concern. Oh man, it's been 2 hours. I'm going to have to wrap up soon. Hello, love from Hungary. Have you ever heard about the Copperdick Owl Hungarian myth? No, that's a first one for me, but that sounds fun. Weirdest Greek names. Koalamos, I always thought was a really weird name. It sounds like you have the most koalas. Did you know Jesus means Hail Zeus? I don't think it does. Have you ever watched the movie Batman Doom That Came to Gotham? No, I haven't seen that one. I didn't know that was Lovecraftian. That's interesting. Thank you for your videos and great content. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. When will the Record of Ragnarok Season 2 Inaccuracy drop? When Shane finishes editing it. That's when. I've already done my part for that video. I'm just waiting for him to edit it. It's taking longer than it was supposed to because the video's way longer than we thought it was going to be. When I started scripting a Record of Ragnarok Season 2, I thought, all right, I already pointed out like most of what was wrong with the premise and this world in the Season 1 video. That video was about 29 minutes long, so this one's obviously going to be less long, maybe 15 minutes or so. You know, people really want it, and hopefully should be easy to finish, so let's just get this one out. Nope. That video has ballooned to a freaking hour long, twice as long as the previous video. I couldn't believe it. So, holy hell. And that's without Shane finishing editing it. And I don't mean, he doesn't have any like bits to edit out. He's just like he's editing like his little animations into it and stuff and putting subtitles in. What's the next inaccuracy video? I think I just answered that. It's Record of Ragnarok Season 2. Thoughts on Buddhist myths? It's funny you ask that, because I had to learn Buddhism to do Record of Ragnarok Season 2. I was just going over it last month. But, you know, it's pretty cool. It's very similar. It reminded me a lot of Jesus, honestly. It really reminded me of Jesus. KeyJX, thank you for $10. Hell yeah. What name of a being that sounds alien? For me, it's Metatron. Metatron to me sounds like a transformer, honestly. Name that sounds alien. Okay. Does Paimon sound alien? I guess you could say it. Paimon sounds like a Digimon, actually. So, maybe not Paimon. What's a name that sounds alien? Shit, I can't remember. What's the name of that demon with the goat head and the snake penis? You know what? Nurgle sounds alien. Did you ask specifically angel or demon? I'm just going to say Nurgle. You know, we call all the other pantheon gods like fallen angels and demons, right? So there you go. I think Nurgle sounds like an alien name. Thoughts on The Matrix? It's a lot of fun, and except for the fourth one, that one is absolute shit. Baphomet? I guess Baphomet sounds kind of alien. Though Baphomet sounds more like, I'm going to be honest with you, Baphomet sounds like a hygiene product or something you would have in your bathroom. Like, who moved my Baphomet? God damn it. Like, Ethan Zell, thank you for the $10. Hell yeah. What's your opinion on Italian folklore? I'm going to be honest with you. The only Italian folklore I know well is Roman mythology, which I think is pretty damn cool. Oh, you know what? One Italian folklore I really love is the Venetian lion. I think that's a really cool, unique to Italy thing. Like, I really like that stuff. That's cool. Would you rather have a phoenix or a ghost massive hound dog? I'll take the dog. I like dogs. Oh, wait. Optimus Phillip, what were you asking? I think a lot of Mesoamerican deity names sound alien to me. That's true, yeah. But that might just be down to linguistic differences. I mean, freaking Kalkiatatolan, Weiwei Teodl, Huitzilopochtli, Kalkiatlique. Though I feel like they don't sound so much like aliens as they do sound like really weird musical sounds. Kalkiatlique. Favorite Norse story is The Trials of Utgard Loki. Thoughts on the Ancient Aliens? I never watched that. Any folklore about Bigfoot? Every photo of him and video of him is out of focus for some fucking reason. I don't think Bigfoot is real, to be honest. I think somebody would have found him by now. You should make something on the differences between Greek and Roman mythology. They can't be as identical minus the names as everyone says. No, yeah, they're not that identical. Roman mythology changes a lot of the personalities of the gods. It also has several of its own gods. It also deifies its emperors, which is something Greek myth didn't really do that much. What do you think is the most boring mythology? Most boring mythology. I'm not really bored reading mythology. That's the thing. Jupiter ascending. The way that whole world works was boring as shit. Carlos Ramos, thank you for the $10 donation. You guys are so sweet today. Just got done watching Castlevania Nocturne, and the show explores a little West African myth and Haitian voodoo. Would be pretty cool if you did a video on that. I did do a video. Well, I didn't do like an inaccuracy video, but I did a discussion video. I really liked Castlevania Nocturne. I do not understand the hate. I really don't. Is Mahakala in the card game? Isn't Mahakala the original version of Daikakuten? So, Mahakala isn't in the game, but Daikakuten is. So, technically Mahakala is in it. I know what you're talking about, though. Mahakala is the Buddhist version of Daikakuten. But we don't currently have him in. Is Scientology the most boring? You know, Scientology is so entertainingly stupid, I don't consider it the most boring. Maybe a Mesoamerican mythology deck can always start with oldest finest. Well, Mesoamerican's going to be a mix of Mayan, Aztec, and Inca. Is there any god from mythology that actually hates being a god? Oh, I'm pretty sure there is. Hold on. Yeah, Chang'e. Chang'e hates being a god because it means she can never be with her beloved Huyi again. Like, they are separated because of the divinity, literally. So, there you go. That's a Chinese goddess of the moon. Is Ryujin the only dragon god in Japanese myth? No, there's Shokuin, is another Japanese dragon god. He's got a human face, but the body of a dragon. And he's the god of light and darkness. And I think it said he shoots fire from his eyes. So there's another one for you. Have you ever watched the movie Sinners? Any plans to make a video about it? Okay, here we go, guys. I'm going to put it out there. I didn't enjoy watching Sinners. But you know what? It's not the movie's fault. It's whoever made the goddamn trailer's fault. The trailer made it look like a terrifying, like, psychological, dark thriller. And then I went into the movie and it was just a really solid, like, biopic with suddenly, like, a twist that vampires show up. And honestly, if the trailer hadn't fucking ruined that, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more. If I went in, like, expecting a cool biopic, I think I would have loved the movie. But instead, I spent the whole movie like, where the fuck is the supernatural plot? And it doesn't show up until literally halfway through the film. And then when it did, I was just annoyed because I looked at my fucking phone like time and I was just like, oh my God, it's been over 45 minutes. Are you shitting me? Like, yeah, so I was annoyed. Are you going to add a separate deck for Buddhism? I don't know, honestly. I might just include that in the Indian deck because Indian can include Hinduism and Buddhism. Like, then again, Buddhism is also in Chinese. I don't know exactly how to handle that, to be honest with you. What character would you want to see get a Spider-Man quality type game? Well, originally my answer to that was Wolverine, but that's happening. So freaking awesome. So what's another Marvel character I would love to see that for? Well, here's my 3 favorite Marvel characters: Deadpool, Nightcrawler, and Ghost Rider. There is a Deadpool game that I do enjoy. It's from back on the PS3 era, and I like it, but I wouldn't say no to a new one. Nightcrawler, you're never going to get just a Nightcrawler game. You would have to have an X-Men game where you can play as Nightcrawler, and I'm down for that too. Ghost Rider would be a dream come true. I love Ghost Rider so much. So he's probably the one I would want the most. That would be so freaking awesome. Is the god Chandra in your card game? Not currently, sorry. How accurate is Greninja to a mythical ninja? There are no mythical ninjas. That was a historical thing. Fan of any anime? Yeah, I love Food Wars. That's my favorite one. I also love Death Note. I'm more a fan of the Dragon Ball manga than I am the anime, so I can't really say for that. I loved Yu-Gi-Oh! As a kid. I rewatched it as an adult, and I was like, wow, this 4Kids dub is fucking terrible. I need to read the original manga. So there's some for you. Elwin, thank you for the Canadian dollar. Have you ever watched Weapons? Yeah, that movie was fine, in my opinion. You know, I'm particular about horror movies. I really want a horror movie to fucking scare me. Weapons didn't scare me. Sinners didn't scare me. I'm so tired of horror movies that aren't scary. That's one reason I don't like the movie The Witch. That movie's not scary at all. So why is everyone praising the shit out of it? I even saw someone review that movie, and in the review they were like, "This is a wonderful horror movie that's not that doesn't feel the need to scare you." And I was like, okay, that's an oxymoron. If it doesn't scare you, it's not a wonderful horror movie. Again, good biopic, but not a good horror film. What do you know about Native American mythology stories? I know a little bit. My favorite Native American god is Coyote. I remember reading the Sitting Bull story, but that's not really mythology. I've read a lot of the basic, like, just calling the animals by their names stories. And, a couple of the Native American tribes I love the most are, or like I said earlier, Inuit, and also also the Hopi the Hopi Kauravas monsters. I think those are amazing. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon. It has been over 2 hours. I've given you guys more time than usual. Ethan, thank you for another $10. In Italian folklore, there is a foul-smelling octopus. What? That sounds hilarious. Called Ozena, which can sometimes grow to insane sizes and eat humans. I love this! You have sold me on Italian mythology. I gotta look this up. Holy shit. Just subbed? Thank you. How did the rainbow fish eat Buddha? Oh shit, I don't remember. It just says he ate him and then eventually got caught by a fisherman, which, holy shit, that must have been some fisherman and the Buddha just got out. I don't know, I think it's kind of like how the giant fish ate Jonah, It was just a beast of the the sea that showed up. Yes, I've seen the preview image for God of War. We talked about it earlier. Which god will Zeus bang? Anyone that he can. Hey, how's it going? I need to rest my throat. I can't keep this up. I'm so sorry, guys. I wanted to keep it going for like maybe another half hour, but my throat's really starting to hurt. Carlo Nassar, thank you for the $2. Did you know the Romans once owned so much land? Yes, I did know that. Okay, I have to stop. I'm not in a good place right now. But thank you Here, I'm just going to try to use my diaphragm and drink a little water. Okay. Diaphragm. I'm going to talk like this. I really appreciate you guys. You're really good to me. I really appreciate all the amazing donations. Thank you. It's good to have. It's going to help me throw an amazing birthday party for Wilda. And she deserves it because she's the best woman in the whole world. And I will not be taking questions or arguments on that point. Thank you for the incredibly sweet Patreon messages as well. Percy loves Heracles. Holy shit. That was an amazing message. Thank you so much. I love my job. I love my life. I'm sorry some of the videos are taking a while and the card game is taking a while. It's just my dad kind of screwed me over, which, yeah, that's what he does, but whatever. I have a lot to be grateful for, and I am grateful for it. And you guys are one of those things. And I don't know how to